Pressure is quiet, but it never leaves. Moving fast, standing still, lost in both.
You know that moment when someone asks something simple, like, "How's the weather?" and something inside you just shuts down? Not because you're rude, not because you don't care, but because your mind is somewhere far deeper than that question. It feels like your soul is trying to escape, while your mouth is still stuck answering things that don't really matter. And you stand there, smiling, nodding, playing along with the conversation, while something inside you feels completely disconnected. Because deep down, you're thinking about time, about life, about how temporary everything really is. And suddenly, talking about traffic or trends or the weather starts to feel strangely empty. Nobody really prepares you for this, for what it actually feels like to start waking up. You think you'll become calmer, more patient, more understanding, and in some ways, you do. But there's something no one tells you, something that slowly begins to change the way you experience people. Conversations that once felt normal now feel heavy, forced, almost painful to sit through. The same questions, the same patterns, repeating over and over again. And you start to notice it's not really about what people are saying, it's about what's missing. I remember the exact moment it changed. I was surrounded by people, but I felt completely alone. Someone asked me a simple question. How was your weekend? The kind we all answer without thinking. And for a second, I tried to give the normal answer, the easy one that keeps everything comfortable. But something inside me stopped, like my mind refused to lie again, even for something small. So instead, I told the truth, the real answer I usually hide. And just like that, the energy changed. The room went quiet. That's when I realized something. Small talk isn't really about words. It's a kind of unspoken agreement. An agreement to stay on the surface, to avoid anything real, anything that might make us uncomfortable. We smile, we nod, we play our roles, like actors following a script we never consciously chose. It's safe, predictable, controlled. No risk, no depth, no real connection. But once you see it, once you feel what's missing, you can't go back to pretending. Because now you know it's not conversation. It's just noise filling the silence. Small talk starts to feel like junk food, something you consume but never actually enjoy. You go through the motions, you respond, you react, but nothing inside you feels satisfied. Because you've tasted something real, something deeper, something that actually feeds your soul. And once you feel that kind of connection, surface-level conversations start to feel empty. It's not that you're trying to be difficult, you just can't pretend anymore. Your mind won't let you. You begin choosing depth over comfort, truth over performance. So you start searching not for more people, but for the right ones. The ones who don't need small talk, who understand silence and speak with honesty. And when you find them, there's no effort, no pretending, no masks. The conversation flows naturally, like you've known them forever, even if you just met. You talk about real things, your thoughts, your struggles, what actually matters. And in that moment, you realize this is what connection feels like. And then something shifts. You're still walking alone, but it doesn't feel like loneliness anymore. It feels like peace, like you finally stopped fighting yourself and started understanding who you are. You don't need noise anymore. You don't need approval. You just need truth. So you let it go. The masks, the pretending, the version of you that was built just to fit in. And for the first time, you're not walking towards something outside of you. You're walking toward yourself. Because you were never lost, you were just asleep. And now you're awake. Then something shifts inside you. You begin to slow down and sit with your own thoughts for the first time. Instead of escaping the noise, you start observing it, watching your mind without reacting. And in that silence, you begin to feel something deeper, something you were always too busy to notice. A kind of clarity appears, quiet, steady, undeniable, like you're finally seeing things as they are. The world keeps moving fast, people rushing, talking, chasing, but inside you, there's stillness. And for the first time, you realize peace isn't outside. It was always within you. You're not broken. You were never broken. You just started seeing what others are still avoiding. The silence feels different now. Not empty, but honest. Not lonely, but real. And somewhere out there are people like you who feel deeply, who think deeply, who are searching too. You don't need to fit in anymore. You just need to be real. And the right people will find you.